Good day. This is Regina's Rabbit Hole, Siren Blooded Medicine.
Hello, fam. How you doing?
Speaking with wisdom.
Wisdom, forever wisdom. Nervous, do not like the camera, but oh well, I'll get over it.
Yeah, we get over it.
Sure.
Okay, so I want to share with you the information on wild leaf lettuce. Let's do this. We're talking about your journey, your health journey. This is not allowing me to turn this around.
What do you mean it's on top?
Is it?
Yeah.
Nope.
All right, so let me see.
It's not doing that.
That's good.
Great. So this is Regina's Rabbit Hole, Siren Blooded Medicine, speaking with wisdom, and we are going to talk about Ken's journey.
Yes.
First, we're going to talk about your health journey and the different things that we've tried.
Oh boy. So we started off with the burdock root, yellow dock root, abyss tea. Applying that in the morning time or taking it daily. Sometimes you forget. But those particular herbs help regulate the blood pressure, reduce inflammation, and with that, taking plenty of water. But I'll still be cheating.
You started off, though, but
yeah.
the thing is, you did the next
I'm,
best thing. You started off with yoga and stretching and massage and reflexology.
Yep.
Changing your diet.
Yes.
A lot of steps that you've made.
That we have to do as, in general, all humanity should be, but us, because of we're so heavy melanated, it affects us more in context of heavy sugar. My sugar intake is just ridiculous, you know. And it's even worse than a drug when you start to get at a certain age. So fam, make sure you get. So anyway.
It would have been lovely to show you, because you look fabulous. You've lost the weight that you needed to lose for your high blood pressure, which is amazing. I think that that's inspiring to a lot of men, you know, and I would love to show that, you know. Just a moment, though.
Huh?
Just a moment. Let me show you for a moment. Be proud.
These colors, I got you.
You look fabulous.
Okay. Really?
Yes.
That is so messed up. Yes. Yeah, so basically what I do is I do get up in the morning time. I think I was always, for maybe the last 20, because my wife is always cooking a lot of different things that we don't like to eat. A lot of heavy in butter and things that we eat that we know we're not supposed to. And we really, really need to take the focus on just drinking a lot of water, rice minimum, trying to really eat in portions.
Well, I only make brown rice now.
Yeah.
Okay, I've changed a lot of our diet that they didn't like. So over the period of years, it was just me that was making the changes. And then gradually, as they saw that it was beneficial to me, and amazingly enough, society...
Hold on, let me interrupt, because your original was like Regina's almost 300 pounds. You still got photos.
I was 287
We really
pounds.
want to try to post on some things of her and now what she's doing to me, because I've been going to the doctor, and the doctor's the doctor's really not coming out with anything. They want to give me these different things, gabapentin, and me, you know, I do have a master's, and I work with so many clients that these medications that they were trying to give me, I knew that if I take one, they have many different side effects, so I didn't. So basically, I just take a pressure pill, because I still eat terrible, but not as terrible as I used to. Very mindful of it, but what's going on with me is a lot of nerve damage, you know. And as a result of that right there, some of the things that Regina is doing, I've been doing for some years, and I've witnessed her do the yoga. I got into the yoga, and it's now I'm trying to use that as a last alternative. And then,
well, you started getting into Tai Chi now, because you want to get into that, because you see how that's
now,
helping.
like I'm standing now holding myself, but if I'm walking, the nerves just
your balance is
and
off.
then it does become psychological. You got to fight every day.
The Tai Chi helps with the left and right hemispheric sync. Yeah. You know, that will help with the balance and, you know, the nerves and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. So,
and I think food too, eating this food does make you aggressive. Let's go for meat eaters, meat lovers. If I noticed when I used to eat pounds and pounds of meat, how later on it just makes you aggressive. If you know a lot of people who don't eat meat, you actually become less aggressive. We can do this in many different formats as we look at the forest and looking at just animals in general, right? Look at the biggest animals. They eat the leaves, the vegetarians, you know, because that is food for the soul. The meat just does something to you. I'm not saying you can't eat meat. Biblically, it do tell us, but that's to each his own. That's neither here nor there. Let's just get back to the topic of my wife making the wild. She's trying to show me death. I do not like this, you know, but I'm learning. So let's just
This is Siren Buddha Medicine, the Sacred Craftsman, and this is part of my work because I help inspire the weight loss and the change in the diet and the yoga and the herbs that he likes to eat now. So I just wanted to encourage other women that if you just hang in there, sometimes it's just by example that when they watch you long enough and they see you persistency and they see the health benefits, they'll start to inquire and make changes on their own, and you won't have to fight so hard. So that's mullein leaf.
Oh, that's what you be doing. And
yeah, that's mullein. I've been making.
Yeah, so that right there, definitely, because some of the coughing, when you cough sometime, it helps reduce inflammatory, any kind of inflammatory. That helps the people. You made an oil.
Yeah.
The oil that you just made?
Yeah. I put in. Okay, mullein leaf is really good for respiratory. And it's also good for skin conditions like warts and eczema, things like that. Eczema, I'm pretty sure. So what I do is take these leaves and dry them out. You could put them in some olive oil, and they're really good for your skin. You can also dry those out and smoke them as a, what do you call it, an herbal smoke remedy. The Indians, they put that in some of the non-tobacco smoke products. There's mullein leaf, so that's one of those things. Oh, and it's really good for a tea. You can also use it for a tea for your lungs. So I'm just running through some of these herbs. Well, I'm actually looking for the wild leaf lettuce that I use to make.
It was over here, though.
It is. It's over here.
That's what I'm looking for.
That's what I'm looking for.
And I'm the type of guy, I'm really resistant too. I didn't tell you that. I am so resistant. You give me anything, I'm like, it does. If something works for me, it usually works instantly. And if it don't, I'm just sensitive. I know most of African American men and men in general, but I know, like, for instance, if I go to the doctor, see your pressure's high. Why not? Because I'm hyper. My barber, we've been friends for years. He's like my best friend. This guy is so knowledgeable, right? He's just like my wife, right? He tells me the same thing. So his barber, basically, I have to tell you that the diabetes is so deep.
Okay. So I'm not looking for mullein, and that's exactly what happens when you're not looking for it.
It writes in your face.
Yeah, and so I'm going to leave that there.
And also, what was the other one? The carver? What was that carver?
The cronum?
That's it, yeah.
Yeah, that's another medicinal herb for, oh, honey, let's go walk just over here for a second. I really would like to just show them while we're walking how, so there's other medicinal plants out here that I'm not identifying. They all kind of blend together when you're learning, but you learn to trust them.
They're like they almost plant the melons. Like, you see how they are
I know,
on the
right?
edge of everywhere you go. How is that? So how can melon just be there and not,
It grows in the environment where it's needed.
But this is right. You see how nature.
Oh, you know why? Because the highway is there.
Really?
Mullein is good for respiratory problems.
So nature
it cleans
provided.
your lungs. Yes.
Very good.
Okay. That's what. So I'm looking for the wild leaf lettuce, but I'm seeing that kratom leaf. There's a lot over here, which is really cool. So it's hit and miss. Sometimes you'll go looking for a particular herb and you won't see it. And then you'll go looking for something else.
Speed run. Now we know where that speed run. All the way back there.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Right there. Me to go and do it in the hard movies. I'm like, Regina, but I can't. You like, get your brother and get me. Then I come on the other side. I say, you see how much it's fun? Because now, fam, I love to swim. I'm looking forward to that. But I don't know about the
Oh, this is pretty.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
No wild leaf lettuce in sight.
You can go all the way down here.
Ooh. You ain't going down here.
No, I'll get down there. I can get down there, but you're going to be laughing. And that's what I really
Yeah, see the highway up there?
And fam, now understand where we at. People say this, but this is the beauty of it. Where you can come out by yourself and forget all your troubles. And as soon as you move away from it, if you're eating bad foods or something, or you know, no one goes away and life comes in, you seem to start fault finding. This is the beauty of nature, and you have to do it more often. You know, imagine in the wintertime you can't come inside, you can't go outside, you don't, you know. Imagine if it was October and we had to do November, December, January, in the cold, can't go nowhere. You know, can you imagine that? And this pandemic come out, more people would have died psychologically. So nature how it's working, we know that for the most part it's man-made because it's patent. So whatever's patent, like the AIDS, patent. They try to do the Ebola, but the Ebola didn't fly. You know, how did this come out? It's out in China, watching movies, it was ridiculous. So why get caught up in that illusion? Why not believe in what you believe in? Eat right, be righteous within itself. Look at whatever mentally that you're not doing. Not what's on the surface is when you walk away. And that higher power, when you start got that relationship, that's when it starts getting real. Not when you want somebody's showboat, because we all got ego. And when we can reduce that just by identifying things that we don't supposed to do.
And so eating better is one of those things that we're working on. So.
And how can we identify? Why do they now, right, if you think about it, why do they take the weaning away? And do information, iron, and all this. When naturally we were strong, and now it's like you're being programmed before you even get there. I mean, it's just very, very sad.
They want to pull us away from that connection that we have with Earth, and with Mother Earth, with that nurturing part of Earth, the plants, the way the foods heal us. That's, you know, the nurturing aspect of Mother Earth. You know, even some of the foods and that you get straight out the ground that make you feel good inside, like or that calm you and stuff, like chamomile, you know, comfort foods, or not just healing food, but every food that you get is not only good or delicious, you know, that you can make and delicious, like berries and things, but good for the body. And in turn, because it's good for the body, has certain benefits to help you with clarity. So we have lost the symbiotic meaning of the relationship between us and the foods that we eat and what it means. Just like how coincidental it is. It's not coincidental that the environment is springing up mullein all over the place around here when it's right off the highway. When highways, they were running right through ghettos and melanated neighborhoods in order to increase cancer. They become cancer clusters, you know, because of the increased carbon monoxide poisoning that the neighborhoods get from the highways.
So what kills you overall? Is it the stress, you know what I'm saying, or is it just the physical elements that is happening?
Well, we have to be connected with the environment, right? So now, in this environment, take for instance, we're aware of this, and I'm looking for mullein, and this is a high area for a high level of carbon dioxide because of the highway.
And let me confess to this right before you know the highway. I didn't believe in a lot of stuff that she was doing. I knew about her. I mean, we both were kind of like helping. I always ran do this, and we was always there to help you. But when she started to dive in faster, because we kind of believed different but the same, I was like, yeah. But after I started to see the herbs, you have to. We kind of like Regina knows more, but I'm a dosage man. How many doses do I take a day? You know, to have the ultimate effect. You know? So I wanted to say it takes a minute, and that is spiritual. Like when we look at this fight. You know, this is a spiritual fight, so if you really believe, it's going to happen. I don't care who you are, you know, what ethnicity you are. If you really believe, that's what's happening. I don't care what group, whatever you're doing. Whatever you believe in, good or bad, it'll manifest itself. But if you're confused, like the majority of people are confused, you struggle with that. It's like a cognitive dissonance.
Right, and that's perfect with what I'm about to say, is that when we learn to plug into the earth, you know, our environment, and our spirituality and with the creator, and we start to put those things together, like whenever in doubt, I looked at the word where it said every good thing that the Most High gave to us, and all the fruits and vegetables and plants and seeds were good for medicine and things like that. I remembered those things and held them in my heart like I was told to.
Well, you're earth though. You are the earth. The woman is earth. So naturally, her natural mind, when I was young,
what I'm saying is that yes, what we need to do is plug back into our environment and into the word and into our own selves, into all this oversensitized with all this other stuff where we're performing, where the environment is still catering to us. It's like a mother. And so knowing what we need, just like we have all those dandelions in our backyard.
Yeah, right in the backyard.
Yeah, they're good for certain things, and we need those things. And our environment knows that. So even though we've forgotten, it did not. It doesn't forget us. We're breathing the air. It's symbiotic until we die, and then it eats our flesh. Our flesh provides nutrients to the trees, which provides air for us. And then when we dream, and and when we talk, those things are carried. It's symbiotic. That energy doesn't die. It's only transformed, and they literally are giving us what we need.
Absolutely, and that's how what I was saying. As we walk in the moment right here, it's providing what you need, and we don't even know. So you imagine with the information that you have is when you compare what is really out there, and your sense and the spirit is actually giving you this right here. And the spirit is actually giving you this right here, and because now, reaching that age of wisdom, we're supposed to know better. And when you know better, you don't say you do better. And if not,
so no mulling, and trusting myself to find the proper herbs and making sure that I only see what it is I know I'm supposed to see, to trust those herbs for healing.
And that could have been, and that right there probably is your healing to this day. That could be, and we don't know our healing. Like the last time I went to the doctor, this your blood pressure is 1. I was like, what? My joint always be crazy.
And guess what? I went right outside. I had the same issue. I went out looking for the wild leaf lettuce. I couldn't find any. And got back to the house and decided to go out again. Guess what? Looked around the house and the wild leaf lettuce is right there in my face. I said, "Oh my goodness!"
So you must have took all of the whole block. You made a good amount.
It came from right near our house. So it was like,
I took a dose this morning, and I'm actually walking. I'm surprised. Really, I'll be like.
And there's the almond milk with sea moss and
Irish
turmeric.
Moss.
Irish moss with turmeric and cinnamon that I drink.
You put cinnamon. I don't know what it was sweet though. And see that
almond milk.
That's the alcohol now. Sugar crazy because let's put the way. Listen, I'm not even gonna tell you. Everybody know what we do. This is when a good friend that Ronnie had passed away. That's when I really got conscious. It's like about maybe 7 months, 6 months, 7 months ago. A couple months ago. And he come in, he was making the coffee. He's like, go ahead, this right here. And he stayed there and watched me, right? And I'm pouring sugar. Like he was like, oh my God, you doing too much sugar. And I'm like, it's normal for us. I was like, but when I made it, I was like, I felt so bad because I know I can't have sugar. But that addiction is worse than anything. I know, fam, right here is food is the worst. Now what I do, when I take my
That's how they got us in America. These fast food places, I bet you when there's a food shortage, they will still be serving.
Listen, I bet you now we're more healthier.
They can poison us with all that crap that we love to eat.
They doing us a favor. They need to wipe out this food. We'd be better off fasting. You know what I'm saying? Going out, I bet you be in that far looking for that food there. So you better get real hip. So I got a wife, you know what I'm saying? Everybody have their issues. But I got a wife that be out there doing what we see do. And I do what we do. But nature heals, not man, nature. So you say, man, but how you gonna curse something that made you? We're all part of nature.
If you believe in something, don't let nothing stop you. Just keep moving forward.
Know that
and make sure your intentions are correct. And the attack's gonna come because those people in your life that you share your space with, and if they don't agree, they're gonna give you a go for it. But if you believe
Final Destination, you can't beat Final Destination. Final Destination.
Final Destination.
Yeah, you can't beat that. You might try and get you 28, gonna get you though. So you'll know when your time comes, things will start happening. You know what I'm saying? And you'll know. So you can love everybody, but you better love yourself first. Feel me? And when you start loving yourself first, the next person around you say, love your neighbor, that's right next to you, your wife, your kids, and then, so we thinking backwards. Oh, man, late for what they do, because it ain't working. Their stuff is not, but guess what? We're working. The conscious ones, and I only say conscious, those that know. Conscious is, okay, now I'm conscious. Okay, what? Now you Curious George now. Do the things that work and share the things that work. All this raving and ramping, and you don't like somebody, keep it moving. If you don't like somebody, you just keep it moving. I mean, I don't understand. I do it too. But every day I ask the Most High to just, strengthen my mind, my heart. You understand what I'm saying? Because where my mind is, my heart is, right? I mean, oh wow. Okay, fam, that's what's up.
On that note,
Yeah, because now I'm getting all passionate,
what a cutie. Yeah. This is Siren Buddha Medicine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Regina's Rabbit Hole.
Yes.
And we just want to, I just wanted to share that with, the family about, the health journey.
Absolutely.
And trying different things and trusting your instincts and standing your ground in regards to, your own ascension and your own journey, your own spiritual journey. And want you to know that I'm rooting for you. I love you. I'm a part of you. And much love to you and yours.
And closing for me, there's one thing that's going on, the propaganda that's going on in the 4 stages. They're trying to get us demoralizing, bringing forth the crisis that just came. Now we're kind of normalizing it, and now they're going to destabilize us again. And perhaps my prediction will come when the flu season come back in. So the 4 stages of what they're doing, they done demoralize us through our actions. So, peace.
Each one teach one. Much love to you and yours. I'm out.